this, but we have not usually seen this particular matchup too much.
And now that we're in winners finals, this is going to go to a 3 out of 5 set. And 3 out of 5s change a lot in Melee. We have standard rules for 2 out of 3 where each player gets a stage ban.
Right.
Basically, the stages really influence the game in a very important way. Some stages are just smaller from the middle of the stage to the sides, which means that you don't have to fly as far before you lose your stock. It may not sound that big, but it's critically important in Melee. And the overall, like, ground length is much shorter or much longer.
Right, I mean, and we showed you guys, we pointed out, the little things, even like stages like Yoshi's Story. There's a cloud that circles around the stage. There's little slope ledges. The platforms on Fountain Dreams move up and down. Sometimes they're shorter than they are, at other times. Final Destination doesn't have platforms at all, which opens up all kinds of combos that platforms would otherwise interrupt.
Yeah.
Pokemon Stadium, a counterpick stage, has stage transformations that, really change the landscape.
Yeah. And so the stage ban's in place, right? Basically to make sure that you can say in a 2 out of 3, I don't want to play on my worst stage.
Right.
But
because
3 out of 5,
because otherwise, winning on game 1, some matchups is just like, oh crap! Now I got to play like a 7-3 matchup on game 3,
right? Even
if I win game 2 on my counterpick.
Right.
But yeah, best of 5s. We play with the rule where you don't get stage bans, so and that encourages stage variety. You're gonna usually have to play 5 different levels, and you're gonna have to win on 3 out of the 2. So. Kind of shifts the dynamic a little bit, and it also makes it harder for the traditionally worst player to make upsets, right? Because usually a lot of the time you can drop a game in a 2 out of 3 and you're on tournament point.
Yeah.
Less so the case in a 3 out of 5. So all this is culminating in me basically saying that this might be a little bit harder for Plup.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's the underdog. It's kind of the onus is on him to make this upset.
Yeah, definitely.
But
let me tell you, Toph,
he's looking nuts today, dude.
Yeah, he's looking so good. And that leads me to say, after this set, we're going to look at one of 2 worlds. One, where Armada is waiting in grand finals on the winner's side. So whoever goes through the loser bracket is going to face the wall of Armada in 2 sets. Very, 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 very strong position for Armada, especially.
Yeah.
Or we're going to live in a world where Plup is sitting in grand finals and guaranteed first or second at the biggest Melee tournament of all time. All right, good pressure for Plup. Armada makes his way back in the middle of the stage. Oh, that down tilt is so sick for Peach. It's basically like a low-profile move. Very, very deceptive where Peach's hurt box actually is when she down tilts. And then it pops you up almost like a Falcon Stomp. And Peach just has so many awesome follow-ups from that position.
That's right. Oh my god, the opposite tech from Armada at 165. And the impressive thing about the down tilt too is the fact that Armada, it's not a very fast move. There's a little bit of a wind-up to it. There's a fair bit of startup. So you've got to sort of do it a little bit preemptively. But because of Sheik's short op height and her the sort of triangular positioning she sets up when she short ops, where she can sort of forward you, needle you. It's a very common option for her to be short hopping at that exact range where down tilt becomes really strong.
Yeah.
And it really is actually this matchup specific thing that Armada in particular pioneered. There's the turnip edge guard. Sometimes colloquially we sort of refer to Armada as the Swedish sniper.
Yes.
Because his turnip game is just unreal. He was able to do these things, just killing people, brutalizing people off stage with the turnips in ways that no other Peach had done before him.
Okay.
All right, Plup on the offense right now, but Peach, she's a bit of a wall. She's not easy to kill.
Yeah. Great weight by Armada, by the way. Plup kind of landed in an unsafe timing and did the smart thing, which is a spot dodge, but Armada 1 step ahead and waiting for it. Oh. Good spacing by Plup, but yeah, that's going to do it. So, okay, Plup definitely clawing back. He was down pretty much a full stock. And now it's like a half stock.
Right.
Off stage, let's see if he can make it back. Oh, and you know what the awful part there is that you kind of need that really juicy waveland to get back versus turnips.
Because you want the most remaining time on your ledge invincibility as possible, but to do that you got to put yourself in the risk of SDing, which is exactly what happened to Plup. He suicided with a tech flow. Call that a missed ledge dash.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not good. He's keeping it as close as I could imagine him doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, as soon as he did that SD, I mean, he racked up this amazing, sequence where he's got Armada now off stage at 111, which is pretty nice.
It's a great read by Armada, by the way, to come down with that down air. I feel like if he tried to keep floating, Plup was going for that up air, so the timing on Armada, it's basically like counter to timing.
Wow, what a backer from Plup, evening it up. He said, you know what, maybe I didn't need that song.
Yeah. Yes. Versus Armada.
Oh, whoa! Oh, wow! The positional mix-up from Armada, floating around him, wavelining back onto the platform, nudging him off.
I was actually wondering, why did Plup just get hit in the face by that one turnip? It looked like I guess he was trying to grab it. Yeah, that was a stitch. I did not realize that he grabbed a stitch. Wow.
Yeah, Plup is just sick like that, I guess.
Yeah, no, he's definitely...
That's something that people have been doing very recently, actually. I don't know if you... Where Plup made it look like he was going to up you onto the platform, but he goes just hair below where you land, so you fall, and you land on the ground. And sometimes you bait the opponent into like being like, oh, I see, you went for the platform, and they go up there and try to hit you, and then you're out of there. Kind of reminiscent of the old Silent Spectre Falcon up B mix-up.
Yes. Except Sheik, like, I don't know, it's way harder for
Sheik. No,
once
Sheik
she
needs it.
Once she up B's, she could barely even aerial drift.
For a long time. In fact, you can.
So,
and that's why you never see, if you could, you would see Sheik's edge cancel off platforms, but that is like not really a thing.
No. So here's my, wow.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Here's my analysis of what's going on and what I think that the major problem is that Armada is just getting in way too easily. Like if you let Armada in and Peach more generally, she thrives on all of her mix-ups.
Yeah.
Where if she float cancels in front of you, you know, you kind of have to
once she gets her offense set up, she has this mechanic, this mechanism no one else has, the float, which by itself is great positioning because she gets to stay in the air for an extended amount of time. But to add insult to injury, when you do aerials out of the float, they have no landing recovery. Most aerials in this game have a lot of landing recovery. So when Peach gets that offense set up, she can throw moves in your face and just be super plus on block, and it's really scary. And that's where he's just, destroying Plup stocks once he gets in and gets that offense set up. He's already up 2 stocks right now in this game.
Yep. And it's so hard versus Armada in particular. He knows how to get you in your shield, and that's like exactly where you don't want to be versus him.
Yes. Yeah, you do not. Eating a shield, a lot of moves in this game, it's okay to sort of shield them, work your way out.
Yeah.
But shielding Peach aerials is always bad.
Oh my God.
Just do not shield. You don't want to shield Peach aerials.
And Armada's just showing us right now why, we consider his punish game to be second to none.
Oh yeah, Nun's really good too.
I kind of felt you were going to do that, and I really
I'm
didn't
sorry.
want to.
No, okay, I take it
I'm
back.
going to be honest. Take it back. Struck from the record. Spencer, delete that part of the VOD.
Delete the VOD.
Just mute that part.
Yeah, mute it.
All right, cool.
Sometimes.
We're back. Oh.
Okay.
Wow. Armada playing so solid right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say it, but
just say it.
feels
Everyone can hear you.
Feels like Plup is kind of just warming Armada up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
It feels like he's just looking so much nicer than he did versus. Oh my God. That was the give up. He got slapped in the middle of Battlefield. And we're just like, all right.
He just made a pained face.
I'll take it. I'll just fall into the abyss after being slapped like that.
All right. So Plup, he can definitely mount a comeback here, but he's going to switch up his game a little bit. Going back to characters. Oh my God.
All right. So let me just tell you, this is probably not relevant, but I've never been beaten by a Fox harder than Plup's Fox versus me 2 years ago.
No, Fox is actually sick.
No, I know. That's
You know Plup like 3-0'd Axe with Fox?
No, but I'm not surprised. His Fox is like nutty.
It's
one
like
of those
super
guys
good.
who's just like really, really good at this game.
Right. Like the game in general.
Yes. Okay, this is
Because, a little bit of history for you guys. Plup sort of came out of the scene as a Samus main.
Yeah.
And, his boy at the time, and I think kind of now, H-Box was like, yeah, this guy's the sickest Samus. He's the nicest Samus you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, I mean, yeah, but Hugo is really good.
Yeah.
But then, it seemed like within a year, everyone was just kind of singing Plup's praises. And then we're like, okay, well, this Samus is nice, but now he's trying to switch characters onto Sheik. We don't think he can do it. We've never really seen a Samus that has a really good, sweet repertoire of characters like that. But Plup, every time he tries to play a character, every time he tries to sort of do anything in this game, he just seems like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got the tech skill for it, the execution, the movement.
And one of the things that defines Plup is really, wow, nice laser. His awesome mix between offense and defense.
Right.
I think that Plup not a player who will either kind of like commit to camping the whole time or, who's just going to run at you. It's never really clear what Plup's going to do next.
Right.
Which I think is like part of what makes him so scary.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This movement, what's he going to do? Back there. Okay. I do not see people take that often, that tree.
Yeah, I was almost thinking forward throw. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
What does Armada do here?
He kills you.
He was just a pixel. He was a pixel off. I actually thought he was going to live. All right, that'll do it. Back here at 168. But Armada, we talked about it earlier, and that's it with Mewtwo King. Armada, the classic is the survivability factor where he plays it neck and neck in terms of percent, but he just sneaks into the lead via stocks because he closes out his stocks at these low percents, and you just can't kill him.
His edge guards are. So, and that's actually something that I started thinking about pretty recently too, is that, like, you know, sometimes you have guaranteed follow-ups that you know about, but like, I think every move that Armada does is so calculated where, like, not only is he doing
Oh my god.
quick 3-0.
Baited and outsmarted.